Hey, what's up, guys? Sports 15 here, and I want to welcome you guys back to yet another Madden 13 online ranked matchup. And today, I'm doing what I told you in the last video. The screen tutorial here. I just have your basic team, the Cowboys. And what you would want to do is if you're used to doing screens with R1, you choose that one. If you're used to doing them with triangle like I am, you hit that one. Alright, so since I'm a triangle person, I'm going to hit square. And I'm just going to come out in your basic 3-4 two-man under with the yellow zone. Alright, see, so I'm just going to do this. And the team I'm going against is the 49ers because they're the most used team, and the hardest defense to play against. So, I mean, I guess I might as well just bring it to you guys like this. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to hike the ball. You wait, you don't wait, but you run for your block. Look what I mean. It's all gonna, the whole play to me happens about, right over here. Over there is where it all happens. So what you would want to do, actually, is roll out to the left. You hike the ball, you roll out to the left. You know what I mean, though, right? Okay. So, look, I'm Romo. Cut. You just run all the way over here to the left. The offensive line will chase you. You set up your blocks. And to set up your blocks, I mean, you just have to really just swerve around a little bit, really. Or you can just drop back, wait for that block to develop. And yeah, it's not always going to be perfect. But the way a screen works for me is effectively is like this. You hit up on the D-pad. Hold on, you hit up on the D-pad, you hit whoever, you hit triangle or R1, depending on which one you do. So for me, triangle. Then you use the right analog and hit down. It's going to be a block and release. And it's the most effective type of screen because look, it's like a delay. And that's really effective, okay? So now I'm going to take it all the way back here to the 1. Down here, cross midfield, all the way down to the 1-yard line. And I'm going to do the same screen. And I'm going to show you that the play is really effective. I'm going to show you that the unblock and release type of screen is very effective. And I'm going to show you exactly how. I block my line aggressive for no reason. You don't have to. I mean, it's ridiculous. I had to just move it to the other side real quick for a little bit. Alright, so I hit up on the D-pad, triangle. Then I hit down with the right analog stick. I roll out to the left. I wait for that delay to stop or fly by. And I'm playing with an average Cowboy team against these not average at all 49ers. And by the way, while I'm talking about the 49ers, I just want to congratulate the 49ers on their victory against the Falcons. So they'll be going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a Harbaugh Bowl now. And I just want to say this. I know the happiest people in the world right now, I guess. Well, some of the happiest people in the world are the Harbaugh family. Alright, but they're perfectly executed. You hike the ball, up D-pad, triangle, down on the right analog. Cut, drop back in the pocket, maybe roll over to the left a little bit. You throw the ball, you just run behind your blockers, really. It'll work. You could do this type of screen, the block and release, or you could hit up on the D-pad, triangle, and hit with the analog stick, go over to the right. Then it'll just make them swing to the right. That's not effective at all. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. You only expect to get about 1 or 2 yards out of that. If you want to just do the original screen, which is, I mean, if you're playing against a defense like the 49ers, don't expect to get a lot of yards unless it's he's not expecting it at all and no. Okay, so look, I'm gonna pause it real quick and I'm gonna do this again. So that was it when you're doing just to get the normal two-man under coverage. But now I'm gonna show you the same exact play, the halfback slip screen, but I'm gonna show you with a blitz coming at you. Like a blitz, the pinch cover O. You have blitz from coming outside, a B gap, and outside heat. So look at this, you're gonna be blitzed from all angles. You just gotta wait for the blocks to set up really, and then you're just off to the races downfield. you might get caught if you don't have a fast running back. Like you can use Chris Johnson, AP. You can use Chris Johnson, AP, Maurice Jones-Drew, or Mojo, D-Lo, Jonathan Stewart, DeMarco Murray. As you see, that just burned the 4 touchdown like that. Look at that. Look at that. One other thing though, just let you know this right now. If you're looking to do screens, you better hope that your offensive line blocks. Cause if you were just trying to be funny and you did something like this and you went all the way to the one, or you just took a kick return and took it to the one, or called a fair catch at the one, you better hope that you have a good offensive line, because if you don't, it's not gonna work out for you. Cause like look at this. You see, Patrick Willis just broke through that because number 73 just is running his own stuff. Now look, 73 is right there, and now look what he does. He fake blocks. He runs right around him. But now, if I were to have like the 49ers on offense and Cowboys on defense, the Cowboys are not that good at defense. So that probably wouldn't happen. But as you see, like, yeah, but the main part of the screen, just let your block set up. Really, even if you need to hold on to the ball for a little extra time, just so your block, like all three of the blockers can get to that side. So as you see, like all the blockers that's going to be over here, they're going to have to go over there. And I'll show you what I mean. You see how they like all shift? And like they stay with you until they find somebody to block. And then they'll stay there and block. Then they'll try to catch up to you, but they're linemen. So they won't do it. I'm going to show you another type. Okay, another type of screen that I have used before. Up on the D-pad, triangle. Up on the right analog. That puts them on a wheel route. Here, I roll out to the left, and I just throw it to the running back. Like I throw it, I roll out to the left, then I just throw it. Like I let him set up his feet. Not to pretend he won't read the blitz. He won't read the like he won't be able to blitz you like that easy. Look at that, look at that. DeMarco Murray just beasting on him. This is practice mode, but if this was a real game, be damned. Yep. Alright, I'm doing good so far, I hope. So like I said, up on the D-pad, triangle or R1, and use the right analog stick, which is this one, and just send them on a wheel route, and like just angle it up. Just drop back, really. Don't look at the gameplay. Don't do exactly what I'm doing, because if you do, you will not survive. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm really going to be talking to you guys about like how to do it, but I'm just going to show you the types of it. Alright, so I'm going to show you, this is the ones that we know over so far. Just the regular screen. But like I said, if you want to set up your blocks, you just have to keep swerving like I was there. The delay, which is you have to wait a minute. But I'm just letting you know this right now. Like, say if you have DeMarco Murray, your average running back, if he doesn't block anybody, because it's a block and release screen. So you do not want to be at this one, because 9 times out of 10, if you're at the 1 yard line, he's going to blitz you, because you know that you're going to probably run it for space. But if DeMarco Murray doesn't block somebody before he goes out on the, if he doesn't block somebody, period, he's not going to go out on the route. As you did there, like on the last one I did, DeMarco Murray didn't block anybody, so he just stayed there. He didn't run out on the route, and you will get sacked. So it is very important. Like, okay, so the way this would work, actually, if you're getting blitzed, you just have a mobile quarterback. You run him over to the left or something. You run him over to the left if you have a mobile one. And then, wow, what are my blockers doing? Typical. Alright, but you roll over to the left. Look at that. DeMarco Murray, what are you doing? You blocked somebody already. He came all the way over here to start running on his route. He really wouldn't do this in a real game. It's just, I don't know. Usually he'll just bump somebody, Like, he doesn't block, he bumps. Or sometimes he'll just stand there to slow a receiver down. I know, a defender down. But this is the last one of this kind of screen. I just keep hitting that because it's an overload blitz, actually. He's sending more than he's supposed to. Okay, now the swing. The swing is about the easiest screen to run if you're getting blitzed that this hard at the 1 yard line. Like I said, just up on the D-pad. Triangle or R1. Then you hit, I forgot. You just use the right analog and swipe over to the right. Wow, look at that. The Michael Murray fumbles by a big hit from Patrick Willis. And now we're gonna swap it. I forgot how to swap it. Swap it. I'm just kidding. Practice settings. Flip sides. So after this play, it's gonna switch sides. Let's go somewhere, DeMarco. No, let's go to the 2. Okay. But anyway, now I'm gonna show you how to read it. Here's how to read a screen. It's really alright. So he's gonna hike the ball, and now look, he's gonna have like all of his O linemen went up, and then they shift to the right. Do you see it? Okay, he's gonna do it again. It's the computer, so he's not gonna always throw it. He's gonna shift up, and they're gonna go over that way immediately. And now I'm gonna controller select, and I'm gonna go to the 49ers team. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by shift. Alright, so I think I should be on the 49ers team now. Yep, Colin Kaepernick, let's go. Alright, so look at the offensive line. Like, pay attention to like this one, the center, him, and that's it. Look how they go up, then they shift over. Oops. I told you I'm used to triangle, and I hit triangle when I throw it to Walker. Alright, the swing. Same way, they'll all just go up, then they'll shift over to the side. I mean, of course, if you were even the 49ers, you wouldn't really need this tip. The block and release shouldn't be a problem for you, you know it's Frank Gore. But my advice to you is just don't get at the 1. You're going to get blitzed. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get blitzed. It's going to be pretty. Alright, look at that, getting loose. Getting loose. Alright. Now the swing. Same way. Really, if you wanted, you could just drop back in the pocket, wait for him to go, hit the R1. But if you're at the 1 yard line, and this, like in this case, you would want to, like, and if you're doing a block and release, knowing that you have Colin Kaepernick, you could just roll out. So if you have Colin Kaepernick, you would want to roll out, then just throw it over there. But the thing is, the screen is very effective, so don't try to abuse it. Like, don't abuse it, because if you do, then they're going to start throwing up those light blues or the flat zones, and they're going to start reading that screen like it's nothing. Like, they'll be effective if you mix it up. So, like, you do, like, okay, I'm going to use game cases to display what I'm talking about. You do a run here. You pass it. Pass it again. Say if you get the first on this one. The pass. Hold on. Run this pass. Yeah, then the pass again. And then you do the screen. It'll catch him completely off guard. Or, never mind, I'm going to just save that for the commentary. Anyway, I'm just going to do it one more time. It's one of them, the regular. Look at the offensive line. Dot, dot, boom, boom, boom. Watch. They're all going to shift up. They're going to fake block. and they're gonna go out on the they're gonna just shift to the left. So alright, now the next one is the same way. They're gonna Frank Gore is just gonna the whole line is just gonna fake block, shift over to the right. Then the swing, the easy swing, they're gonna actually they each like they whiff somebody, like they don't really block them, but they'll whiff them. Then they'll take off. Alright, last time, just for the hell of it. I mean, not the last time. This is the last time. Same time I messed up and I didn't even throw it. No, the last time will be when I score a touchdown with Frank Gore. Colin Kaepernick, what's going on, buddy? What's going on there, buddy? Here, touchback. What the world? I tried throwing a bullet to Frank Gore. He doesn't even have awareness. Now I just did a touch pass. Goodness gracious, he gets laid out by it. I don't even know. Alright, but now here, I roll out to the left. Yeah, the left. I know my directions. And then I cut back into the left. Okay, I'm gonna throw it to the right. And it's really nice to have a mobile quarterback like Colin Kaepernick. You can roll out to the right, have the whole offensive line after, the defensive line after you. Because you know, we're just doing a little swerving, and that's always the good thing. Telling you. If you have a running back like Frank Gore, your best bet on the screen, and if they're bullshitting you like this, but they have somebody like that number 50 right there, Lee, and he comes into contact with you, you better duck that shoulder. I mean, like, you better duck it down and go to the left, or duck it down and go to the right. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but anyway, yeah, that's the end of this video of the screen, and how to read it, and when to do it. Yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. Comment on the video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, subscribe to me on Twitter, I'll leave my link in the description below. I am still a new commentator, but I do enjoy doing what I do. I mean, the last commentator I did, I was cracking myself up the whole time with the Green Bay Packers, I was cracking myself up. I don't know why, I was just rolling the whole time. Anyway guys, that's it for now. Comment, subscribe, give a thumbs up, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit for this next gameplay. And I don't know who I want to use. I might just use, like, yeah, the Packers again. Psych. I'm going to use the Bears. How about that? Would you guys be happy if I used the Bears? No, I'm going to use the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or should I use the 49ers? I don't know. It depends on who my opponent gets. I'll match up. Anyway, guys, till next time.